I made 2 people quit in the space of like 5 minutes. It's actually crazy. Like, really crazy. We're back with more custom tactics, and this time it is one of the most controversial videos I will put right now. Purely because it is based on one of the most controversial, if not the most controversial, FC player of all time, and the most controversial custom tactics of all time used by said player. And for those that know what I'm talking about, you know if you know. It is Anders Vejrgang's 442 custom tactics. Now, I didn't watch the FC Pro. I don't know if he used these much. I don't know. I just saw it being circulated, being advertised, and I was like, why not? And I'm going to put this disclaimer right now, right here. What works for me may not work for you. What works for Anders may not work for you as well. It is just pure, fast-paced attacking football, counter-attacks. Every time you attack has to be a goal or has to be a chance created at least. And you can get punished if you are sloppy with the ball in possession. If you play a stupid pass, you will get punished. So I'm going to say that straight away. And yeah, let's just dive straight into it. The team is looking pretty nice right now. So let's get straight into the custom tactics. Code is on the screen. I'll make it huge for you, no homo. But yeah, here it is. And let's get straight into it. So we're going with the 4-4-2 flat, balanced build-up style. Defensive approach is on high with 70 line height. Now the player roles is where the magic happens. Your 2 strikers are an advanced forward and attack, both of them. Your left mid and your right mid are both on inside forward balanced, both of them, as you can see. And then this is now the controversial part. This is the part that doesn't make sense but works. Your 2 CMs are both on playmaker and attack, both of them. I'll explain in a second. Now your defenders, so with your fullbacks, they are both on fullback and defend. Your defenders are both on defender. And then your goalkeeper is on goalkeeper and defend. And now, just a quick explanation. Why it doesn't make sense. That's the explanation. It doesn't make sense because it's playmaker attack. You can't change. Well, you can put on roaming, but even then, I feel like roaming makes it even more attacking and less defensive. So, in my opinion, this shouldn't work, but it works. How he came up with it, I have no idea. This is something I would put on my previous series in the previous FIFA, where I just used like stupid custom tactics that work. And this fits that description. It's dumb, but it makes sense. It's so dumb, it's genius. Even though your CMs are on playmaker attack, it doesn't mean that they won't defend, especially if you have players that have defensive capabilities like Xabi Alonso, and I think Zidane has some little bit. But Xabi Alonso has more than Zidane. I think it's like someone in the 80s. So they still do defend, and you do have to rely on manual defending in terms of you have to bring your CMs manually to defend. The AI, since the patch, some people will say, oh, shadow patch, stealth patch, it hasn't been the same since that famous patch that came out, where they nerfed defending. But I still feel it because I still concede so many goals because of the formation that I use. And I think if you use this, you'll start to see that that patch is still relevant because attacking is so fluid, defending is very difficult, and can be very rewarding if you can defend properly. But you can get punished a lot, because you're going to have to bring your CMs manually back a lot of the time. The AI will do it sometimes. You will see it happen sometimes, especially like if you have a Xabi Alonso that's a playmaker plus, but still has defensive capabilities, still have defensive stats. The AI will still defend. But Zidane is not very much. It doesn't happen too much. So I do recommend trying to find a good combo, a good, midfield that has both attacking and defensive qualities that can mimic or that can play off of each other. So now when it comes to the defending, as I said, you're going to manually do this and you're going to have to be quite aggressive with your defending. You cannot rely on AI defending you. And this is where I say that you will start to see the patch in full force. In my opinion, and from my experience, that is what happened. Because I have to now bring my defenders out to close the gap between my CM and my CB. So, especially when I have a Zidane who's not really too focused on coming to defend on the AI. And so I have to bring my Maguire out, try and win the ball. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's why you're going to need these fullbacks on defend. They're basically going to cover in case you mess up with your centre back. Then either centre back will help recover, but also your fullbacks will also help in recover that centre back's mistake, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's the main thing, is it's so good in attacking. You will create so many chances if you just play simply, pass along the midfield, don't make stupid long balls, pass from your CMs to your strikers straight away if you see a chance, do a triangle pass, do triangle build-ups, just play simple, proper football, don't try anything fancy, don't hold the ball up for too long. If you do end up having a lot of possession, don't panic and just play a loose ball. Think. Try and create something from nothing. But most of the time you are going to find that you will be attacking very quickly. Especially when you're going from defending to attacking, you just got to make sure that you find your players. You need to know where your players are. Most of the time they're not going to change their position. They're not going to swap positions. They're going to be where you see they are right here. But other than that, as I said, and I stressed this so many times, you've seen the beginning of this video. I made 2 guys quit in, I'd say, less than 5 minutes. In less than 5 real-time minutes. That's crazy. I made 2 people quit in the space of like 5 minutes. It's actually crazy. Like, really crazy. And if you're wondering why I wasn't saying anything, it's because I didn't think I'd be recording this. So it just happens to be that I just did this. I made 2 people forfeit in the space of 5 minutes with these custom tactics. Like, they legit refuse to even play till the end of the first half. I think Anders Vejrgang is onto something with these. And yeah, it might be a bit too OP, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna jinx it. This was only qualification, only 2 games. Who knows? Maybe I just faced really bad players. But this has never happened before, I'm just saying.